surfers below the cut line, a lot of them turned up in a big way and have moved closer toward that cut line, and some people even shoring their place up in the back half of the season. So these surfers are confirmed. They have made the cut. Obviously, Toledo, Igarashi, Florence, Slater, Mamiya, with their success early in the season, are locked in, but we're really focusing, Shannon, on those names that are confirmed that we're sort of in the mid-teens.
Yeah, it's really those surfers like a Jack Robinson, like Callum, really needing to find a lot of that momentum. Miguel Pupo, they've already had some okay results, but they needed to back them up with something even bigger, and that's what they've done this year. It's really exciting to see that they're officially above the cut line. Officially above that cut line, and they will be really freed up and not feeling that pressure over there at Margaret River, and that's a scary prospect. I mean, you think about the guys that prospered in this comp, they've got a great chance over there at Mainbreaker as well, with some big right-handers and often those big strong offshore winds as well. Let's dive into the men's rankings now. Big shuffle up at the top end of the order, Bugs.
Yeah, big shuffle up. Felipe Toledo, no surprise, he's gone to number 1. Kanoa Igarashi still hanging in there at number 2. This is amazing. Kelly Slater, that 10,000 points, and Barron, those 10,000 pointers just held him in good stead.
Yeah, and John Florence, he's back up there in the 5, but Barron Mamiya, he's really looking good at the moment. But I guess the big mover at this event, Callum Robson, you know, what an effort for the kid from Evans Head on the east coast of New South Wales there. Unbelievable jump up the leaderboard for him. Huge to see him make it into the finals today, to put on a great performance here at home, and to be above that cut line so high up, and now to start thinking through the Rip Curl WSL finals later this year. Most definitely. Some surfers that were in a great position coming into this contest have kind of slipped down the ladder a little bit. Seth Moniz, Griffin Colapinto, but we did see their names in that last graphic confirmed. They've made the cut, so they can go out now and really perform and surf a freed up event over there at Mainbreak Margaret River. It's also so important to pay attention to that little red triangle next to their names, because the green means that surfer has improved their rankings through this event. The red means that they've dropped down, and that's a dangerous thing for those surfers who have actually not been able to improve on their ranking through this event. There's a lot of question now on them heading into Margaret. Yeah, well, there is the cut line there. Luca Messina's hanging on to equal 21st position with Zeke Lau, but just below that, they're the surfers in a bit of strife at the moment with some work to do, Bugs. Some big names there too. Yeah, well, Connor Coffin wouldn't be happy. He's just sort of slipped out of that group. Owen Wright, though, the big mover, he's up to 23. He's in prime position to launch into the top 22. Yeah, it's just it's been amazing. You know, I think a whole lot of movement on the men's side. The women's side is going to be even more interesting, because less places inside that cut line, and obviously still anyone with a big result in Margaret River has a real shot. There's only really a handful of competitors that are going to be confirmed above the cut line going into stop number 5. But let's see who's short up their place on the women's side now. We know it's a tighter contest, a much more difficult task to make the cut, I think, on the women's tour. There's just so much talent from number 1 right through to number 18. And these are the surfers that are safe. Only 4, believe it or not. Yeah, it's wild, because there's only 10 spots available for them, and it really is going to require those quarter, semi, or final finishes with the wins to guarantee that. Great to see that Carissa, Tyler, Brisa, and Lakey have secured it and have a little bit of a moment to take a breath heading into Margaret River. Probably a couple of names there that, I mean, Lakey Peterson's been to the very top of the leaderboard and finished as a world title contender in the past. But Brisa, Hennessy and Lakey holding strong and keeping some world champions out of those confirmed spots at the moment, as we have a look now at the rankings after stop number 4 and just below the cut line. You can see there's been some movement and some surfers closing in on qualification. Now, what I really want to point out is the fact that there is only one rookie now above the cut line. Coming into this event, that was a different story, but it's the veterans that have found the rhythm at a wave of bells they know so well. They've been able to get those points towards their name. Courtney, Stephanie, they're all sitting above that cut line. India Robinson is that sole rookie, and look at Gabby sitting below it now. Yeah, but if you look at, say from number 8, India Robinson, down to number 12, Luana Silva, there's really not a big point spread. It's well within reach. This is where the big juggle is, and those early rounds at Margaret River,
Wow.
Yeah, and you got to give credit to Courtney Conlog. Her performance, to see her back up into that top 10 picture is massive. I mean, it didn't come off for her today in the semis, but it was a very crucial result prior to an event where she's done some great surfing in the past, Shannon.
It was an incredible performance for her. So even though she didn't make it into the semis again, she had so much pressure sitting on her to need a result to get even in that conversation to be above the cut line after Margaret River. For her to hold that together, to put on some of the performances she did when we had those bigger conditions on offer, it was really great to witness.
Starting to think about stop number 5. It's just around the corner. It always serves up some big conditions for us. Fingers crossed that's the case again. Starting to get very amped about the Margaret River Pro.